This was harder, man. I had to put on a little more weight for this one. I was training for 6 months pretty hard. It drove me nuts. The camera adds 10 pounds.
Zac Efron, is he natty or not? No, let's not even go there. There's no point anymore. There's no point anymore. Have you seen how big he is in the Iron Claw? He was doing all the interviews recently and someone asked him, hey, what's the workout? What's the diet? Let us know. He didn't even bother answering the question. It was a really long interview as well. And I was like, oh, this should be interesting. At least we're going to get chicken broccoli and brown rice. You're at least going to give us that, Zac. Nothing about the diet. Nothing about the workout, because those that actually care about the answer, we already know. Yeah, we know.
This movie is a true story. Kevin Von Erich, he really motivated me to get in shape for this movie. The physicality that he brought to the ring every single day was really unique. It changed wrestling. I knew that was going to be the hardest part for me to master and get right, so I put everything I had into it. Some of those matches were 10, 12 minutes long, and we would do them 10, 15 times at least. This was harder, man. I had to put on a little more weight for this one. I was training for 6 months pretty hard. It drove me nuts. The camera adds 10 pounds.
I tried to keep smaller people around me all the time. We all did our best. We all trained very hard. Zac had like an entire kind of gym set up outside of his trailer. So we were all exercising all the time and certainly trying to kind of like pump up as much as possible in between takes. And then there's always like lighting, which is your friend. But I think Sean Durkin and I, very early on when we decided to do this together, we're like, hey, Jeremy, you're not as big as Kerry Von Erich. That's gonna be okay for this one.
You guys all had epic transformations. I hear you gained 40 pounds of muscle. You're shaking your head there. What went into that, from the workouts to the diet?
I was eating a lot, like a pretty tremendous amount, just eating as much as I could, and just trying to like lift weights, no cardio, which like I like to run, like Jeremy likes to run and likes to do jump rope, and I was just trying to like lift heavy things and eat as much as I could, pretty much. 7 days of running around in your underwear, and you get used to it.
And on the set of Iron Claw with the Jax actors that just did it with chicken broccoli and brown rice and a couple of star jumps, right? You got Zac Efron, you got Jeremy Allen White. Those two on set with all that mass, they were dangerous.
We were there about 3 weeks before filming to do this sort of like training and physical stuff, the choreography. And I think kind of like meeting and getting to know one another through that process, through the kind of like training and the process that, I think in a lot of ways the actual Von Erich brothers probably like knew each other best.
There was no more useful or authentic way, I think, than to me in the ring, practicing, doing some crazy stunts. It was really fun.
It was really difficult to not accidentally just really clobber somebody, because my fist would tend to land before my eyes would. So I really never knew quite where I was going to land.
So what's your thoughts on Zac Efron's body transformation for the Iron Claw? He upped his game from Baywatch. The movie, he said, I would never do that again. No. And then as soon as a role came in to be jacked, he was like, sign me up and bring the broccoli in. Hit me up for your thoughts in the comments real quick. Natty or not, you might as well. And subscribe, comment, and like for more. Oh, and check out my video on Jeremy Allen White. He got equally jacked. Rumor has it he put on 40 pounds of pure muscle. Obviously Natty as well. Hey, hit me up in the comments real quick. Just comment Natty if you think Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White just worked hard for their wrestler bodies, or not Natty if you think chicken, broccoli, and brown rice was on the diet plan. Oh, and subscribe, comment, and like, and get tapping. There's a whole bunch more content on the screen ready to go right now.